Okay, hello, this is Regina here, and today we'll be painting more of the effects of weather. So I have this photo. Let's see if I can show it to you here. I have this photo on my tablet for a reference. This is a night sky. I believe it's Seattle with lightning striking and the reflection of the city in the water. And I'm going to do it in a very simplified manner so that all my children can understand. That's children that come to my art class on Zoom here. So I want to simplify this first of all. We don't need to do all the buildings. We don't necessarily need to get rid of all the black. I'm going to save black. In fact, I will save the black on the sky scene. I want to start by, it seems as though where the water meets the land is about the halfway point. So I'm going to draw a straight line across. And now I'm going to use a very dark blue to paint the outline of the buildings that are against the water. So I'm just going to go in, and you don't have to do this perfectly at all. If you have because the sky is going to be dark, we can just come in and do this city like this. Usually we have tall buildings and they're all next to each other pretty much. This is Seattle, but pretty much when I'm done here, it could be any city on the water. We can say it's San Francisco. And let's put a building behind a building. Now, after all the buildings are done, I want to color the sky. And I'm using, again, this dark blue. I will also use some light blue for lighter areas. And let me show you what I like to do myself. When I want to do masses of color, I tear paper off, I break that pastel, and then I can go in and just mass in colors. You might not see much of this in the on the black on black. Let's see. I don't think you can at all. But I'm leaving the buildings black, putting in dark blue for the night sky. Now this dark blue on top of black is even darker, so I don't think you can even actually see all of the blue. There's lighter blue that shows up where the clouds light up when the lightning strikes. So we're going to put some lighter blue in here for that purpose. Mix it into the previous. I seem to be having problems with my nails getting into the picture. So now I want to put some black clouds in, and let's find a black oil pastel. They're very dark again, and I'm going to just roam into the blue sky in a few areas. I'm going to press lightly in areas, and I'm going to press hard in other areas. All towards the top. It's all gloomy and dark. Now keep in mind, I left the buildings the color of the paper. I'm doing it this time. Other times I may want to color it in all the way, the buildings, or give it color, but I want to illustrate something. I can fold over into, and I'm going to make this sky even a little lighter where this lightning is coming out. So there's my sky, but now watch what happens when I want to light up these buildings. All I'm going to do is put light in them. As such. That's where the lights, usually in a big city, buildings are lit up. And it could be, see, I said simplify, so it could be as simple as that. Once in a while, we'll see another color. Usually it's down by the wharf, so I'm going to just throw in some other colors down here. Slide it around, go back to my yellows. It's not going to look like a photo. This is an oil pastel painting. And again, I'm working with children here primarily. And this painting is for painting the effects of weather. And I can just continue to put more buildings and lights. Let's add some white ones, white lights. I have my fresh box of oil pastel right here, all brand new, as many of the kids got. I'm using Craypaws oil pastels. I love the Craypaws. I love them because they are a student grade, student price, and yet I have gotten kids to really get a lot out of them, pushing them further and further. So now I'm going to do the dark water below. And I'm going to put some more lights in here. When I have the lights in, then when I have the water in, I could go ahead and then put the reflection from the buildings in the water. So we're going to go back and forth with water waves. When you're doing water, you always want to make that pastel go back and forth as such. That's for our lighter areas, and actually it's a darker blue. So let me use the sky blue that I had before and put darker blues in the water. The reason I want to completely fill this water area up because I'm going to drag down some reflections from the sky. Oh, from the city, excuse me. So rather than leaving the paper, a couple of my buildings, let me go into the black. Now I'm using black to put in the water. See, now you get the movement and the feel of water. There's a real bright light coming down from the sky here. And so I need more sky color up here. And that was the dark blue that I used. I think that is the darkest blue in this set of oil pastel. The reason I have one box as my old box, one is my new, because I save my old pieces to break. If I have one of those colors, I don't want to break my brand new one right away. I'm kind of sentimental that way. And then I can manipulate these any way I want. For instance, I'm going to take a white. I actually already brought out a white, and now I want to sharpen this white. Children can't do this. You know what? So I won't sharpen it. So I'm going to go ahead and just start in on the lightning coming from the cloud. And that's what lights this up right here. So what I want you to think of doing as you have your oil pastel, and I use a paper towel or a tissue to clean that. My hands are quite dirty, so I have to clean that oil pastel. I want it as white as can be. And I'm going to go over the top of colors. That will pick up colors. So I may need to go back and forth, but I'm going to twist and turn my lightning as it comes from the sky. Make others shoot out and lift as I go away. And let's see, we can have one coming out of this way. I'm pressing real hard. See, now I'm going to wipe that out. There's a lot, I think, for, and let's get one coming out of here. It's such a busy night for lightning that, I'm going to lighten up the area where it comes out, that it's everywhere. We had a week like that, or a weekend like that near us here in my area of Stockton, California. So it was like, wow, the effects of weather, that lightning strikes caused fires all over. I'm going to put a few more colors in my on my buildings and alongside my dock. Red's always an eye catcher. And let me fill in the rest of this bottom here. I have paper still showing through. You probably can't see it, but that's how I want it to go. Now, if the biggest lightning strike is here, what I have coming down from that is you put short strokes for reflection. I'm picking up black, so I'm wiping it out. It's coming right from that lightning strike. My other strokes of lighter colors is coming from the land here. And the way they appear is they just come kind of down like that into the water. And you got to press hard to have them show up. And so we're just going to do that everywhere we see building and what have you. Using the line that separates here. And there's a purple one. Let me find a purple. Couple more whites in the water, shorter. And that's it. That's it for now. I'm gonna let's splash some things down here by the. Add some white, and hopefully this is not too long of a video that you can see the city. Can you see the city? So now I have simplified it for even a 7-year-old to understand. So I'll keep those videos coming. Again, my name is Regina Rose.